Come on. Yep, another one now, come on. Go, go, go. Finish, finish. Yep. Good. Oh.
It's good with the cheese.
Yeah.
It feels completely different.
All right, what up, guys? So that's a wrap for the workout. I don't know what we did for an intro. Did you guys do an intro? Here's my intro. Make this my intro. Intro.
I'm here for the secrets.
Yeah.
Like I said.
This is called the chest machine. It's for your chest.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
But it's a special one. It's
It
a
is a
prime
special
incline chest machine.
Yeah.
And we guys in Germany don't have it, so we can't do it. Last time we trained one day after the Arnold's.
Yeah.
So compared to this, I'm full right now.
Yeah, feeling good. You were tanner then, though. I'm a little disappointed you're not as tan or oily.
You were smaller.
Say what?
You were smaller.
I was smaller?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Made some serious gains, or what?
I'm pretty sure my weight's been exactly the same for like the past like 3 years. But all right. I think I'm just wearing smaller shorts. So I just keep buying smaller clothes now is what I do.
Oh my God, there's gonna be a point where
There's gonna be what?
there's gonna be a point where that goes too far if you keep buying small.
Yeah, from one of my nuts hangs out. Like, Joe, stop.
Oh shit.
I gotta, Terrence, like, I gotta move. You guys have any Strive equipment in Germany? No, I can't find it.
If someone can find it or can ship it to Germany,
Yeah.
official announcement, I buy everything from this stuff.
I mean, someone can get it there. It's just a matter of the right price. I mean, you're not gonna like how much that's gonna cost.
Yeah.
I had two people ask me, ask him about Zimtipich. I'm probably not saying it right. Zimtipich.
Ah, the cinnamon carpet. You don't know the cinnamon carpet?
Oh, what is
That's a hype we created in Germany, or I created. I don't know why in
Okay.
Germany, because on my oatmeal, I
Okay.
put like a ton of cinnamon.
Okay.
Because I love cinnamon. Who don't like
Yeah,
cinnamon?
cinnamon,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And I started, and someone told me, "Oh, that's a cinnamon carpet, a Zimtteppich in Germany."
Ah.
And I'm
okay.
like, and then I'm like, yeah, the daily Zimtteppich, the daily cinnamon carpet. So
I got
Cinnamon carpet, all right.
Cinnamon.
you gotta try it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, because cinnamon is good for your carb absorption and everything.
Yeah,
naturally.
yeah.
And then everybody started, yeah, said that.
And they're all doing it.
All the
They-
glycogen is
They
going
still
into
don't
your
look like
muscle.
you. They're like, what the hell? I'm eating a lot of cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's just all
He's
cinnamon
eating a lot of
at this point.
cinnamon, and
Yeah.
Vince Bum says
It's
things
only
like ketchup.
cinnamon.
And so I was like, I'm eating all this ketchup and cinnamon. I don't look like either of these guys. What the hell? And take these even a little bit further. So bring your biceps across this way a little bit more. So come a little bit higher. Now hold it there. Further, further, further. There you go, right there. And give it a little hole at the top there. There. Squeeze. There you go.
It's an extra squeeze.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit. What's make the difference?
He's got inner upper chest now. How do I get inner upper chest? That last little inch. Spilled it. I'm not an influencer anymore. They kicked me out. You can't tell. You told them.
I love when you put in the rules before every few Q&As. Don't
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
what's the best
yeah.
split one.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
People
what's
are
the
like
best
about to ask a
exercise.
question. Like, ah, damn it. What am I gonna ask now? There's nothing left to ask. obviously like the angle of this is, you know, slightly like this, so it converges as you come to the top. Then you can take it all the way to that position because the weight doesn't stack. So I wouldn't say if you were doing a dumbbell or something that's a free weight or even a machine that didn't converge, like it doesn't make any sense to come all the way there.
Yeah.
Because then if you know you have a dumbbell and you take it right there, it's stacked right through the joint. There's no tension. It would be you just like basically flexing your pecs against nothing. So because the line of force is kind of always this way outside of your shoulder, there's still tension there. So if you ever have any convergence, it doesn't have to be this type, like even like hammer strength stuff, anything where the handles come together, like bodybuilders are so trained, probably from using dumbbells and barbells, which is a good practice to stop just short of lockout, to keep tension on, that when they come to a machine that converges, you just do the same thing. You're just like, oh, here's how I press, just short of lockout, just short of lockout. And so when you get on here, and then you actually go, oh shit, I can actually go there with tension on there.
What's about the shoulder blade?
See what?
The shoulder blade, you go with it or like?
I always say that the easiest thing, so the only people I tell people to think about is at the bottom. I like feeling like you're pulling it together. So even if it's in practice, so you stop thinking about it. So when you're at the bottom of every rep, think chest tall and feel like you're doing a row. So at the bottom, they should be retracted pretty far. And then on the way up, I think just contract your pecs as hard as you can and they go where they go. Because some people like, as soon as you start telling people like, let them go or whatever, like obviously there's people that do this. Like, that's not good. Like, so like the shoulder blade moving, like you can keep it, in my opinion, pretty locked almost the whole way through. Some people will say that's bad. They don't know what they're talking about. But some people, as they contract, you know, that's not bad at all either. So again, if just because your pec is still shortening and it kind of pulls around your rib cage, that's fine. But that's obviously a big difference from this. You know what I mean? So most people, if you just are well connected at all, if you're in a good position at the bottom, you just contract your pecs as hard as you can. Like it's just gonna go where it goes. And basically the more range of motion, so like if you're doing a dumbbell or a barbell press, in my opinion, your shoulder blades aren't gonna move a whole lot if you're staying in this range. The more range of motion, so for here, they probably move a little bit as you come to the top. If you're doing a fly, they're gonna move a little bit as you come to the top. But I say most of the time when you try and overthink it, you probably end up doing something wrong, you know?
Yeah. You do any kind of rotating stuff?
We normally do if we're not being lazy. So honestly, we're just talking between sets. Most of the time, like maybe, it depends on the day. So if I'm normally on this, I'll do some like, I just like to do active stuff. So I'll do active stuff, go to end ranges and just do like some isometric holds. So like normally if I'm starting, like I'll do like just literally like this. So I'll like hold for a couple seconds there, hold for a couple seconds there, and I'll literally just do that just with my body weight. Let's see, go to do that again. So go all the way to the end, press as far back as you can, and now just hold it there. And whatever's contracting, squeeze that 3-4 seconds, and then go slow to the other end. I think if people like mess up with their warm-up stuff, is they're not intentional with it. Like, this isn't bad. I'm not saying don't do that, but if you're actually potentially trying to improve something, in my opinion, improvements can be made at end ranges. So when you go to an end and you actually focus on where is my end, can I go there? Can I contract? Then you have to know the names of the muscles, but you'll feel like when you get there, you're like, all right, I feel shit. Squeeze that shit. And then when you go to this end, do the same thing. So normally a warm up for us will be like, do a couple reps of those. Literally I'll do like 3 in each one. Then I'll do like some shoulder blade stuff. So normally I'll like move my shoulder blades to their full range of motion. So I'll go full retraction, full protraction, like full elevation, full depression, and then I'll normally just do some circles. And so then I'll do like, again, circles probably, 3-4 one direction, 3-4 the other direction. And then lots of times I'll just...
Especially on push days, I just like to warm up a little bit better. On pull days, it's no problem. You do a little bit protraction, retraction, and that's it. But on push days, we only see guys like doing this one in Germany and stuff
I don't
like
think any of it's bad, because anytime you're contracting a muscle,
yeah,
nothing
but
bad.
Don't do it with...
And I think it's too, it's like the end range stuff, especially for meatheads, like everybody blames training like a bodybuilder for losing flexibility or losing mobility. But it's like people don't even take a second to think. The same reason people be like, oh, being a bodybuilder makes you unathletic. But it'll be somebody like at age 20, someone stops playing sports, they start bodybuilding, and they bodybuild for 10 years, and they say, oh, I'm unathletic now because I was a bodybuilder. Where it's like, well, have you done anything athletic in 10 years? It's like, no, well, I stopped that. Well, if you weren't a bodybuilder and you did nothing athletic for 10 years, you'd be unathletic at the end of 10 years as well too. So people say, I lose flexibility because of bodybuilding. It's like, no, look at the average person. Like this is why as soon as someone's 65 and you say, raise your arm up, like this is the average 65-year-old, not bodybuilder, just normal person. And it's like, the only reason they lose it is because they never go there. So in my opinion, going to your end ranges is a really good way to warm up. But if you just do that every single time you train, you're not gonna lose it. I mean, so most bodybuilders lose it because they don't ever go there. And so honestly, like we're pretty good. Like we're especially really good about like lower body, like 90% of the time. But then sometimes we're just late. Honestly, still like the best thing for warming up for the day and for performance is still warm-up sets.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're doing those intentionally, pause, slow, actually thinking about the full range of motion, like that in of itself is still your most efficient use of time. So that's why, like, if we're gonna do something, I wouldn't do like a whole bunch of this and then go right to our heavy weight. I'd rather do warm-up sets and then just practice and make sure it's really good. And then I normally just, like, normally when we're coming in, I'll just do like in between each set, I'll do one. So like in the beginning, I'll do, in between one set, I'll do these, and then I'll do these, and then like normally I'll just do like some circles or something as well too. It just depends.
Start to implement that now.
Yeah.
Up. Let's go. Come on. Go. Yeah. Easy. Push. Hard.
Good, smooth reps, come on.
Here we go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. You got one more. Easy, keep it smooth, same rep. Come on, go, go, go. Finish that rep. All the way up, all the way up. There we go. That's it.
Come on. Yeah. Work. Come on. Push. Yeah. Let's go, Josh. Come on. Yeah. One more. Come on.
Everybody's doing
Yeah. Come on.
Just took a year off my life.
Yep. Up. Yes. Good. Come on. Keep going. Keep going.
Again, come on.
Yes. Drive.
Again, come on.
Up.
Finish. Yeah.
Good.
Nice. You know, feel free to yell some stuff at us in German.
I know, right?
I mean, German's not a beautiful language. Sorry, Germany.
What?
It's not something necessarily, you know, you'd want to like have an alarm clock, like speaking to you in German in the morning, but I would want someone German yelling at me when I'm working out. I mean,
You know what butterfly is in German?
no. Something that sounds
In
horrible.
France it's like Farfalla, and in English is butterfly, and in German is Schmetterling.
Come on. Yep, another one now, come on. Go, go, go. Finish. Yep. Honestly, we're not doing anything that fancy. This is like one of those like small things that you can do with this machine that's cool. I mean, honestly, 90% of the time, you guys aren't missing anything with Prime. Sorry, Prime. Because these, like, normally the pegs are relatively useless. Having 3 pegs, it's more so just being able to actually make one good profile. Like that's like if you look at all our back pieces, when we use the back pieces, we only ever put the plates in one spot. If you look at the leg extension, the leg curls, pretty much only one spot just to make a good profile. That being said, every once in a while it's fun for some, basically just like this is going to be a fancy extended set. So we have
to start with
yeah. So a profile, whenever you're using a machine, 90% of the time, if you actually put a little scale on the handle and said how much weight is here, it's not the same through the full range of motion. Pretty much any machine. Now if it's a cable and it's just like a circle, or if it's a machine and the cam's a perfect circle, then it probably is the same. But if there's plates that go on an arc, if the cam is a weird shape, like kind of like an oval, then the weight in your hand changes through the range of motion. And so there's weight profiles. That's what I mean by profile. Like at one point it's lighter here, heaviest here, something like that. So changing through the range of motion is when people say profile. And there's arguably a profile that's more efficient and that matches what your body's capable of doing. So when I say we pick one, like so for leg stuff, if you're doing a leg curl, you're really, really strong when your knee's fully extended. So like the bottom of a lying leg curl. As you come to the top, every human being on the planet is way weaker when you get to full knee flexion. So it's nice if you have a machine that's heavier here and lighter here. So I say with Prime, most of the time, if we're setting the plate somewhere, it's just to make that happen. Now what we're gonna do here is basically just move the weight around from fatiguing a certain point of the range of motion first. So putting these at the bottom, we're gonna fatigue this point first, where you're technically weakest, so we're kind of prioritizing that. As soon as we can't do that, we're gonna move weight to where you're stronger. So we're gonna move it to here, and then we're gonna go more in that position, and then we'll just strip some weight like a normal strip set. So honestly, there's nothing, you could never do this ever and still get huge, obviously, but it's a fun way to make a painful drop set, extended set, so, yeah.
Push it. Let's go. Up. Oh. Come on. Ease it up. Come on. Come on.
Drive it.
Yeah. Good.
Actually, what I'll probably have you guys do is do 2 plates on the bottom to start. Then take that quarter off there. Leave one down there. And then put the other one up top. We'll go there. And then if I'm really mean, maybe we'll pull a plate off as well too, but we'll see.
Yep. Yes. Come on.
Come on, another one, let's go.
Yep. Come on. Yep.
Finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Just one to the top, there we go. Just a couple here, keep them smooth. Push to that first spot, go.
Let's go.
Good. Take your time, get some tension on. Too much, take one off. All right.
Come on, Terrence. Push it. Hard. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Good.
Get there.
That's it, or?
Yeah, that's it. I'll have it just right. And really emphasize that top for this first set. It's the most load we've had there, so squeeze hard to the top. That same feeling, there you go. Control, hard squeeze, yeah. Good, come on, couple more, let's go. How hard can you contract to the top, come on. Hard, 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 yep. Again, come on, fun ones, let's go.
There you go.
Come on, finish. You got another one, let's go. Keep them the same. Contract hard, get to the top, come on. Yeah. Oh. To the top. It's gonna feel really weird that first part. Contract through, good. Control, hard through. Good, control, keep them the same. If it stops, it stops. Get there, yeah. One off the bottom and that's it. Good, slow, hard to the top now. Come on, get there. Go, 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 go. Finish, 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 finish. Get there all the way. Come on, stick with it. There you go. Nice. Nice set. It's fun.
I love to train with this guy.
I'm in road fly, sorry.
Yeah. You try, you'll see. Yeah. Slide your hips forward just a little bit. Hips.
Yeah.
Forward. There you go. Nice big arch. There you go.
Kidding me.
Yeah.
Feels so good.
There you
Even
go.
more like a fly or a press?
How you doing is perfect. So I like your elbow bending at the way down to the stretch. And however much, just kind of go what's comfortable. And then you can have them a little bit straighter at the top, just so you can get, again, a little bit more fully short and contracted. Hold at the top here for a second. Keep squeezing. Just keep them like that wherever you go the whole time, and go further, further, further. Good. Smash into there. Don't think about your hand. Think about that same thing, bicep into your chest. Hard squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Yep. Stop at the top for me. Straighten your elbow a little bit. Just do straighter, straighter. Now bring these a little bit further. Just feel what that feels like. Go, 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 right there. There we go. I feel it. Fuck.
I'm good.
So I like that one on the way down for everybody. Bending it a little bit, I think is good, because where your upper arm is will determine how much of a pec stretch you'll get. But some people, when they go completely straight, they just start to feel stuff in their bicep, and it can actually be rough on that bicep tendon a little bit. So that makes it still as much of a pec stretch, takes the bicep out a little bit.
So how far you would go?
As far as you can go without weight.
Yeah.
So if you go in here, like literally if you go like this, and say, okay, like where can I go? Like if that's as far as I can, I'm trying to pull my arm as far back as I can. Like that's how far you should go with weight.
Okay.
So you wouldn't want to like, obviously when you get up to like 100 pounds to whatever crazy weight, you can let it pull you back further.
Yeah.
But arguably, like that happening a little bit probably isn't the end of the world, but letting weight force you where you can't go is probably setting yourself up for a higher risk of injury.
Yeah.
That makes sense? Oh, if you started on 70, see Terrence made you start on his weight. Would have had you start with a 50, practice that a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, that's almost any exercise. I think that's one of the best ways to determine how far you should go for range of motion. Because when you're doing a fly the whole time, like there's a little bit more to it than this, but all the muscles in opposition of your pec have to work to stabilize the joint. So at any point in time, as hard as your pec is contracting, there's stuff basically producing eccentric force to keep your joint from like exploding basically. And so if you think about when you go to stretch this away as far as you can, how am I getting there? When I say how far can I go, it's all those same muscles contracting. So if I pulled past where I can actively take myself, you can make the argument those muscles can't contract there. And I think that's why lots of times people can get injured. So it's a pretty good little gauge. There's sometimes, like again, if you stretch it a little bit further, I don't think it's the end of the world, but that's a pretty good idea for where you should or shouldn't go.
Should I try to get a lot of stretch in beside the training to get more range of motion, active range of motion?
No, I don't, like the only way that you should try and get more, in my opinion, is where you can actively go. So the same thing. So if you're doing your warm-ups, so like I said, when like part of my warm-up stuff, like if I'm doing, like one that I didn't show you is just basically I'm doing circles. So if I'm literally doing arm circles, at some point in time I'm going here, right? So an arm circle is just how much range do I have in all directions. So if I can go here and the whole time I'm doing the circles, I'm trying to get this way further. If you can get more range of motion, your body will get more range of motion. but there's like a point where it stops, right? So obviously you look at like the Cirque du Soleil people, like not everyone's meant for that. The same as anything else, like some of it's genetic, so some people are just like more mobile, and then some people honestly, like you can like warp bones over time. So they do x-rays of people that literally do crazy flexibility stuff, and they start to like shift their bones and like it's like same thing, like you look at anybody that does crazy stuff and they look crazy, I guarantee if you interviewed any of those Cirque du Soleil people and ask them like how they're doing, I guarantee they're orthopedically a fucking mess. Like they're just falling apart, same as anybody else that does, like same with like ballet dancers. It's like, oh, look at all this stuff they can do. Everything's fucked up though, right? So I think it's...
to my mom.
Yeah. So if you can do, I mean, so if any time I think spent actively going places is probably your best form of stretching. I don't think there's anything wrong with stretching if you like it. I would just do it once you're done training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you like stretching like your chest, once you're done training chest, I don't think there's any detriment. Or even some people talk about, do you do it like with pump stuff or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any detriment. Like I would just say don't do it when you're still doing really heavy stuff, right? So like I wouldn't do it in between any of these like heavy straight sets. I would just focus all on that. But then like once we're done with chest, if you want to like stretch chest, then I think it's fine.
Push it. There we go. That's for help.
Yeah.
I have to earn it from him.
That's also because he's using a heavier weight.
Yeah.
So once you get stronger.
Get stronger. Still a while. It's my 1%.
There you go. Yeah, real good. Really? Nice. Gotcha. Nice. That looked really good.
Yeah. Come on. Push.
Whew.
Come on. Yep. Easy. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, finish.
Oh, strong.
You don't want your spine or ribs to move a whole lot. So it's the same thing as if you finish and you're kind of, again, like in my sternum, so if you just imagine that point, as long as that doesn't move, that's not bad.
So
Yes.
down.
So yeah, basically you just want your ribs and your spine to stay fixed. Now, even like a little bit of that isn't
Yeah.
changing a whole lot, but ideally just ribs stay still, shoulder blades can move as much as you want. So. Good, come on, same pace. Smooth at the ends, hard squeeze across. Yep.
Easy. Good job. Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Come on, you got more. Push it. Let's go. Last one. Squeeze hard. Come on. Push. Push.
So the baseline for most things is 2. If I'm adding more volume in, last time it's more like isolation stuff. So for this, we did, normally we do 2 straight sets on the press over there, and then we'll do 3 straight sets here. And then it's kind of like that for most things. So when we go to the next press, we'll do 2 there. And then I save a little bit more volume for triceps. So we'll do like, today we have a little bit of triceps, we'll do 3 working sets there. But most things are anywhere between, I should say between like 1 and 3 working sets. Some of our biggest movements, like right now squats, RDLs, we basically just do 1 working set, and we'll just add volume elsewhere.
Okay. When you sprinkle in intensifiers?
Like right around now, like, so honestly, like when he normally, sometimes off season we'll put in some intensifiers, basically when his recovery's good. Okay. So honestly, like this time, right now, is where we'll add some stuff in. Yeah. Just because most of the time you can recover from it. And I still think overall it's like a good, it's more stimulus. So if you can recover from it, arguably you might grow more, but it's also more caloric output as well too. Yeah. It's like just the way his body works as well too. He definitely, like the combination of everything now, he definitely responds well to it, because like he'll have weeks where his body weight pretty much stays the same, but it's getting leaner the whole time as well too. Yeah. So that's kind of how we'll gauge it as well. And then feedback, like obviously if I'm adding stuff in, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on if we add in some intensifiers or drop sets or whatever, then I'll just kind of look at the following weeks. Is he still able to progress when I think he should progress on straight sets, or at least maintain at times as well too? So getting the idea that I don't feel like ever adding any of that in takes away from his stuff. And generally too, like some people I think overthink it. We most of the time will add intensifiers not on the biggest movements. So we're never doing extended sets and drop sets on like squats or whatever like that. We honestly haven't done stuff like that on really big movements in a while. If we're gonna add them in somewhere else, it'll be something that's a little less overall taxing. Yeah. This is your 3rd now, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's do a drop here. So what I'll have you do is we'll do the exact same thing. So I'll do flies first. Once you hit failure, then extend it doing a couple press. So in the exact same plane, exact same body pitches, and keep the same pace. So a lot of people, when I say go from a fly to a press, they just used to like go here. Like I'd rather have you do, it might only be like 2 or 3 or 4 really slow, keep it pretty. And then I'm just gonna have you set the weight down, and then I'm gonna drop the weight. Terrence will hand you 1, you just stay seated, I'll hand you 1, Terrence will hand you 1, and we'll do the exact same thing again. So we'll drop from probably 70 to 50, go to flies, and then same thing, finish your flies with the press. Strategic bullying. You guys saw it was born here right now.
Honestly, yeah, they would if you come to training in my 40, you would start with a leg day.
Yeah.
And then
if you come back for the next day,
you're part of the crew.
Yeah. That's no joke. I used to train with BPAC all the time, and I won't name names, but over the course of a couple years, I had people all the time that after a workout, like Ben would be like, yeah, he won't be invited back. And and they weren't. So if you're watching this and you train with BPAC only 1 time, now you know why. Oh, that was me. Come on, keep the same pace, same control. 4 reps, come on, squeeze. Yeah, come on. Come on, you got another one. Smooth reps, come on, same pace, same control, let's go. Go, 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 go. There we go. Into the press, nice and smooth. Control, especially out the bottom. Yep. Good. A couple more, keep them smooth, don't speed up. Come on, man, fight it, just hurts. Come on, 1 more, don't worry how high it goes, control. Hard squeeze. Yep. Nice, I got it. Yeah. Fly first. Keep it smooth, come on. Good, come on. Let's go. Keep them smooth. Come on, get there, get there, get there, come on. Yep. Press, nice and smooth now, same pace. Good. Keep going now, same pace, don't speed up. I don't care how far they go up. Stop right there, go back down, control. Same pace, slow. Right there. Again, stretch. Back up, come on, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Stop right there, back down. 2 more pressures, come on, 2. Don't worry how high they go, right there, 1 more. Come on. Yep. Oh, he's got you. Fuck. Woo! That was fun.
I synchronized. Woo!
Yeah.
I love it.
That's my, I think I'm like 70% German, so we probably have some similar ancestry back there. So like somewhere, where the fuck is in Germany? In the plains of Germany 1,000 years ago, one of our ancestors was going, woo, after they killed somebody. Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I already did 12 sets.
Come on. Definitely a new special I'm gonna introduce tomorrow.
Yeah. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. Who keeps doing the show? Come on. Let's go. Squeeze it hard. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Good. Yes. More. Come on. Push. There we go. Come on, last one.
Fitty. With a D. Thank you.
Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Push. Come on, Joe. Let's go. Push it. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Squeeze. Let's go.
Gotta keep them smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, good reps. Come on.
Push. More. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
Yep, gotcha.
Let's go. Finish strong. Yeah. Push.
Come on.
Easy, go. Let's go.
Same pace. Come on.
Yes. Go on.
Good. Shorten them up. Chest up. Keep them short right there.
Yeah.
Slow it down just a little
There
bit.
we
Come
go.
on. There we go. Come on. 3,
Good.
2. Last one. I got it.
Is it okay to look down or?
I don't think it makes a difference.
No?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like the short answer, I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah. As long as it's not pulling the rest of your spine out of place.
Because I think I saw a clip from you doing like rows or something,
Yeah.
and then you said be straight.
It
all
depends.
The way, but
Yeah.
sometimes I go with chest supported keyboard like this. But
Yeah, as long as you're, well, because the problem with that is, so again, if you're really going forward, then your thoracic spine starts to move a little bit as well too. So that'd be the only thing, that's what I mean. So pulling, because it's all connected, right? So obviously if you go enough with one segment of your spine, eventually it could affect the other. So that might be the only thing. If I've told someone, I might cue someone's head to get the rest of their spine to do what I want, right? So if someone's doing this, and I say like, and this is their position, and not that I'm saying that's all the time bad, but if I say head up, it's pretty hard to keep this all rounded and put your head up. Like almost everyone goes head up, you know. And so, but again, a little bit one way or another, I don't think makes any difference, because you'll see almost everybody on chest. People ask me like, why do people do that? People all do this, and I'm like, I honestly think it's because guys want to see their pecs working. It's probably the only.
I saw it at Terrence and
Everybody fucking does it. I mean, I find myself like, it's stuff that I honestly don't ever think about when I'm doing with my head. I just think, I mean, I want to feel where my spine's making contact with the bench, and I want to feel where my ribs is, and honestly, sometimes I'm looking there, I want to make sure that's all staying still. If like other stuff moves, I don't care a whole lot. Like the only problem is I don't think you'd want it moving when you're going, because then arguably, like obviously if you change the length of the trap or something, you could strain or whatever. But whatever position you choose, I think it's fine. People will talk about, I've heard people in the past talk about like nerve innervation. So like, oh, if I round this, you're gonna not have as good output. But that's not how your nerves work. So yeah, I think you can kind of put it wherever you're comfortable with for the most part.
So better cue a point at the wall and then you'll be safe.
Yeah, I don't think, and all that kind of stuff. That's people make fun, like I want to say make fun of, but you'll have other coaches say like, and again, I don't think in general this is good. Like you'll see people squatting, and like as they go down to the bottom, like they'll really like crank their head up. And it's because some coach at some point in time told them keep their head up, because at some point in time that's not bad. Yeah, but I mean, even saying, especially in like sports and like athletes, a strength coach, to prevent all of this from happening, will say like, look up, and so all these kids doing squats will look like this, and then it turns and eventually to when they're squatting, you know, they're really cranking their head up, and it's like, it's not a bad thing. I don't think they're really potentially hurting themselves too bad, but for the most part, keeping it still somewhere is better.
How about RDLs? When I always look down to my feet. Is it okay to look in front, or is it?
I mean, if you can do either way, I say go neutral as default. I think is a good thing. But at the same time, I have people all the time as they're going down. You know, if their head moves up a little bit, for the most part, I don't mess with it. It's the same thing. Some people have talked about that. Like, if you do this, and because you're doing this so much, it's starting to make everything extend, where people start to extend their whole spine so much, just because they're kind of following along, and that can cause issues. But in and of itself, like this part moving, it can move all independent of the rest. And so for the most part, comfortable. Like if someone's, again, if I'm just totally working with someone's form from scratch, I will just try and cue them neutral. Like it's wherever all this is going, just have it all moving together, you know? Because some people do think it's bad. Like somebody told them at some point in time, you have to look up. So you get people that like, they're like, I feel more comfortable doing this, but I was told I have to look up. And it's like, you don't have to. Like if this is more comfortable, do it that way.
Because I saw the new video looking down, and it feels better for me.
I
look at every video from this guy. So.
Sweet.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, Trevor.
The student.